Kalal, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Hashem, Rakak, Dash, the Banas to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers in the island by way preaching this word in sincerity and in truth with all honesty. I'm the brother Shapar from the James Jamaica camp. Yet again with another installment of Road Towards the M.O.T.B. You know, and we are in those times, man. And the scriptures tell you that, look, you should be aware of the time that you're in, man. And we are at that pivotal point right now. So I'm gonna play this video here, you know, Glenn Beck, you know, and then we'll get down to the meat of the matter.
We also need to pay attention to what is happening around us. I told you a minute ago.
Yeah, what he's saying? We're supposed to we want to pay attention to what is going on around us. And it's, you see, even them Edomites know that something is going down, man. You know, and but our people is fast asleep, not knowing what the hell is going on and think that it's a normal day. You know, the people out here celebrating because the place reopened. According to them, they don't know what's really coming. You know what I mean? them basically reach the eye of the storm, man. The Caribbean here when the hurricane pass through, then you have the eye which is very calm, and then you have another end of the wind coming. You know, so we are basically in the eye of the storm right now. And as he said, you should be aware of the time that you're in, man, and that's what the scripture said. You know, this is second Ezra 9 and verse 1. It say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that is the point in time that we are at now. The Lord is about to visit the planet, man, and he's going to visit with, the scripture tells us he's going to visit with thunder and lightning and earthquakes and all these things, man. You know what I mean? All these calamities that is coming upon the earth, that's how the Lord is going to visit. You know what I mean? And then the actual arrival of the Lord himself. But before then, hey, look, man, serious things going to happen, man. And I'm going on it. And you see, all these things where basically is being mentioned is being orchestrated by the elite via the Lord. Or via the elite basically operating, doing these things via the Lord, man. You know? The Lord is the one who set them up to do all these things, man, to fulfill his prophecy. And let me continue this here.
The World Government Summit. Wait, the what? What? The World Government Summit happened yesterday in Dubai, and it was the introduction session yesterday. And all the people that, are the usual people were there. Huge crowd, gigantic theater with all of the critical, important people. And it was kicked off by, lo and behold, Klaus Schwab. Here's what he said.
We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen.
Now listen to this.
However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
What you think is going to happen, man, when all of this devil is talking about begin to happen? Because these men are the ones that are orchestrating these crises, these crises where you see about if we're going to hit the planet, man. And they're going to make sure that what they say is going to happen, man, because as they would like you to believe that these things are going to happen naturally. No, they are the ones that are basically going to orchestrate them, that they can fulfill their great reset or the new world order as according to what they are now saying. You know, the Lord is the one who set them. The scripture say that the earth is given it into the hands of the wicked men. You know, the Lord gave them the strength and the willpower to do this, man. You know, and put it in their mind to continue this enterprise for them have basically going on. You know what I mean?
got it? We are changing things, and we don't know how that'll go. But we do know the global energy system, the food system, and the supply chains will be deeply affected.
Hey, we not in some joke time, man. We're in some serious times, man. Hey, look. Oh boy. This is second Ezra 16 and 18. It said the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the food supply chain, the energy wars basically taking place, man. What you see happening in Ukraine now is only the beginning, man. Hey, the Lord is gonna turn it up a notch, man. He's gonna turn it up a notch, and the food shortages is coming, man. It's lingering, but it's coming, man. It's a magic weapon, man. Yeah, this here gonna cause a lot of people to do things, man. And we're gonna speak about what this gonna cause you to do. Dying of starvation. A lot of people, when the hunger set in, according to the plan of these men, you're gonna take the thing where them so desperately want you to take, man. Alright? I'll come down to that. You said the beginning of wars, what is going on over there in Ukraine, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know what I mean? Because, hey, look, man, hey, the M.O.T.B, man, hey, this is our temptation coming, man. Hey, we did a series called Our Temptation, and men scoff at it, man. No, we're coming down to that point now, man. Rapidly. So we're entering into the next phase of what this devil is about to do. Yeah? This ain't no joke, folk. This ain't no joke.
Well, but other than that, don't worry about it. It's only food, energy, and how we get things. But other than that, we're good. This is the arrogance of the elites. Now, one of the topics, their first session was, are we ready for a new world order? Are they trolling us? I think the reason why they're naming this is because, A, they really mean it. It is a new world order. But they also see an advantage of calling it the New World Order instead of the Great Reset, which it absolutely is. The New World Order, they call it that because that way when I say it to you and you're like, did you hear about the global government where their first session was, are we ready for the New World Order? Everybody rolls their eyes. Aha. But here it is. Day one, World Government Summit yesterday in Dubai. Here's the first session. Are we ready for a new world order?
And the title of this session, are we ready for a new world order? Well, the organizers here are not...
Hey, them cracker realize that the vast majority of the people on the planet are a bunch of numbskulls, man. So them can't tell you openly what they are doing now. And it just fly over them head. Because all that happened from the 2020 event coming down the line, show them that people don't have a brain out there. A lot of you, even niggers out here don't have a brain. So them cannot do anything openly now and speak it openly now without care. You know what I mean? The scripture said the wicked boasted of his heart desire. And that's what they are doing. They are boasting of their heart's desire, man. Yeah? They are now openly telling you what they're going to do. You know what I mean? There's no conspiracy theory anymore, because this is a conspiracy, by the way, against the whole world. Them people coming together with a plot, which is a conspiracy. But it's no longer a theory. Yeah? So them telling about the New World Order openly now. You know, and it's best to understand all these people who are involved in this thing. You know what I mean? And the influence what them have. And know so this thing is of a certain. You know? One, because the scripture said, you see, and from if you look at it from a carnal perspective, these people are very influential. They are world leaders. Seeing the men them would have the most money on the planet. We can move anything with money, controlling the whole system. So it's no joke, folk. This is no joke. Yes, yes, sir. But niggas, see, when the food shortages come, you know, when you get cut off from your medicine, you don't have the electricity and all them thing. Yeah, just like when the storm hit, nobody call upon the American leaders or the European leaders for help. Yep, and they're gonna give you something, man. They're gonna give you something. Yeah, they're gonna give you something. We get on here. This is Isaiah 36. So Isaiah 36 and 6 is a Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand, and something is gonna literally go in your hand, man. You're gonna lean, you're gonna trust on the so-called white man to save you from all these global catastrophic things that are gonna take place, man. So the men of the World Economic Forum, they are the ones that basically providing the solution for all of the catastrophic things that are coming. So you're gonna lean on them for the solution. And guess what? Something literally is gonna put in your hand, man. You see? It will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So them niggas will be trusting in the American president. Or whatsoever president there is a trust in. You know, this is what's gonna happen, man. In your captivity, because that's what Egypt represents, your land of your captivity, man. Yeah? So, hey, think this thing is a joke. Man, have carrying out real things on the earth here, man. Real things are going on. Real stuff. You know? This is Carlos or man. Name that cracker.
So this is the crucial revolution,
yeah.
and COVID is critical.
Yeah, Yuval Harari. Yeah, he's the advisor to that Carlos Schwab, I want to call himself. He's his advisor, man. The World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. And listen to the men them where basically I take charge of everything what take place now. Listen what they plan for you. You know? Listen what they plan, man.
Because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor.
Them desperately need the world to get, you know, that device, man. You know, they desperately need it, man. And guess what? Even any little thing right now can pop it off, man. Any little thing right now can pop it off, man. And there we go, one of the biggest prophecy in the scriptures about to be fulfilled upon the planet, man.
People, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin.
What we have seen so far, it's corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is the surveillance going under our skin. We now see mass surveillance systems established even in democratic countries, which previously rejected them. And we also see a change in the nature of surveillance. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. Governments want to know not just where we go or who we meet. Above all, they want to know what is happening under our skin. What's our body temperature? What's our blood pressure? What is our medical condition? Now humans are developing even bigger powers than ever before. We are really acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods. We are acquiring, for instance, the power to re-engineer life. Humans are animals. You know, the whole idea.
Yeah, so these are the type of lunatics basically ruling over the people. But guess what? Guess what? They're gonna bring their lunacy to light, man. You know, putting something on their skin. And what do you think I'm gonna put on their skin? RFID chip, man. See? Can't say we never tell you. Can't say we never tell you. We've been shouting from the housetop for years. The apostles and elders coming down the line, shouting from the housetop for years that look, them devils gonna chip your asses, man. And now they're telling you openly that they're gonna put something under your skin as a gateway to access whatsoever. You know, you see, essential for your well-being, man. And let me get that precept here. Just close it off. You know, we're coming down to the wire, man. Coming down to the wire. That's how it is. Rev 13. This is Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Hey, look, man, according to the great reset, yeah, look, it says everybody's going to come down to one level, man. You know what I mean? So even the rich man will get the same treatment, but the poor man will get, you know, you own nothing and be happy, man, and that's what the system is going to drag you down to. He said, anyway, he said, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, seeing, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And this is where we're at. Very exciting times, man, and this is where we're at. They want to do this in a very short space of time, and hey, look, man, things is moving very rapidly, man. Things is moving very rapidly. Soon and very soon, what you hear Core Schwab talk about earlier is going to start to hit home. You're going to feel the effects of what's going on, man. There's a war going now that you're going to blame for a lot of things, you know, and the things that will happen based off of that war is going to be blamed. For some things, we're going to reach you people, man. But guess what? This was all orchestrated by the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know. So that's where you should lean. You know, that's where you should lean, not on the staff of Egypt, man. But anyway, without second Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakudash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out there, keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom.